say thank you to Mr. Devin Hughes because I was back there and he was like, smile and do this and all that. And I was like, all right, I got this. But I am here to ask you, what if everyone became an autodidact? And it's pronounced autodidact and autodidacticism. Okay, so what if everyone became an autodidact? Socrates claimed that students were not vessels to be filled with information. It is not viable to think of students as water cups for the water just to be poured in. So I am here with this word, meutics. Meutics is a pedagogical method, sort of like the Socratic method, so asking questions. And it's based on the belief that important values and lessons cannot be taught directly just as a transmission of knowledge from one person to another. So a teacher cannot just say, this is something, and that's not knowledge. I might be giving you facts or data, but that is not knowledge. So the word meutics is Greek for to give birth. And that is what learning is about, to give birth. Socrates thought that to actually know something, meant to give birth to new ideas. And we see this right now, but now we call it synapse with our neurons. Whenever we connect something, whenever we make connections between our thoughts, that is giving birth to new ideas. And that's what he was talking about. So his premise is learning through investigating, learning through asking questions, questioning everything. So I have here being a midwife. Being a midwife is what a mentor should try. Why? The mentor or the midwife, instead of simply just giving away information or knowledge, they make the learner ask questions. How does this work? Why is it working? What makes it work? And we see children doing this all the time. Why is the sky blue? How does that work? And most important, where do children come from? Right? So they ask all these questions, and through their own curiosity, they find the answer to those questions. So by questioning, a learner reaches the information they are seeking through their own conclusions, and they are not just receiving preconceptualized information. They are making their own thought processes, and they are learning on their own. So I say here that the autodidact asks. I say that it's bad to just pour the water to the learner because we're just giving them facts and they're not really making connections in the learning. But I say that it is good to ask questions and keep asking questions. Curiosity is the key to autodidacticism. So I thought this was like really, really interesting. Autodidacticism, I was like, whoa, this is cool. So I did more research on autodidacticism. And I found out, put simply, autodidacticism is just it's the process, the practice, and the power of learning without a teacher. And that's really important. Learning without a teacher makes someone an independent learner. And then they can become mentors for other people or midwives for other people. So with the research that I was doing on autodidacticism, I decided to create a platform for people to share the resources that they find really useful. As Matthew said, I am a web developer and designer, and I really like doing all that stuff. I like programming and stuff like that. So I decided to create a platform for people to be able to share the resources that truly help them become autodidactic. Because, we have Wikipedia and stuff like that, but if we have the resources that people thought and they believed that truly made them become autodidactic, then that is what I need, not only for me, but for everyone else out there who wants to be an autodidact. So I have this place so people can share their resources. It's under heavy development. I'm still working on it. But the point is, the idea. I have this idea, and I'm going to keep working on it because I really do want people to start sharing the resources that they truly find helpful and useful. So I have this picture. This is what schools look like today. Now we have color cameras, but that is the same premise. There is a man in the front who knows all the things, and there are students sitting down to learn all the things. And this goes back to Socrates' idea that we cannot just give all the information away. We have to get people to be curious. We have to get people to ask themselves, how does this work and why is this working? So instead of making it work like that, it'd be cool if we could do something like that. Socrates was Plato's tutor. Plato was Aristotle's tutor. Aristotle was Alexander the Great's tutor. And the internet is the autodidact's tutor. It is my tutor and it is your tutor. And it has the potential of being everyone's tutor. And that is what I want to do with Autodidact Institute. I want to make an online platform able to be the tutor for everyone, a digital Socrates, a digital Plato, a digital Aristotle that doesn't qualify or doesn't grade people by numbers. Oh, you have a 74 in math. What does that mean? That means nothing. Have a platform that truly understands the learner, truly understands the concepts, and truly understands what's going on with the people trying to learn. So let's think about the Renaissance. We think of the Renaissance as the event that drew a line of demarcation between what we consider modern society and what was uncivilized. So we have, in the Renaissance, we have humanism and art and science and music and religion and self-awareness. People start being curious about why things work. And that is very important. Once again, creativity is what truly does matter. So we have people being curious back in the Renaissance. And the Renaissance wasn't just like, Battle of Hastings, 1066. No, the Renaissance was a period, 15th century, 16th century. It was a period of time. And it took people a long time to truly develop all these characteristics of the modern autodidact. And from the Renaissance, we have some of the best autodidacts. We have Leonardo da Vinci, right? We have Filippo Brunelleschi. We have some of the best autodidacts, people who took the time and the energy to teach themselves different things. And how cool would it be if we could have our own little Renaissance today in the 21st century? The term Renaissance itself is French for rebirth. And if we go back to Meiutics, that meant to give birth. So apparently the world is conspiring for the 21st century to have a baby. And we should have a baby. And that baby should be the product of our intellect, of our technology, and of our desire to improve. We really do need to improve what we have today. And the way to improve is through being an autodidact. So I have a list of autodidacts here, men and women who taught themselves all the concepts they needed to truly make an impact on society. I have Rabindranath Tagore, I have Benjamin Franklin, Isaac Newton, Leonardo da Vinci, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King. Men who made a huge impact on society because they took the initiative to teach themselves the concepts that they thought were necessary. The problem with schools nowadays is that we learn different things, and most of them, we sort of think, we're probably not going to need this anymore. I'm in high school, I'm a sophomore, and the most common question during a lesson is this going to be on the test? And if the teacher says yes, all right, I'll write it down. And if it's not, then it's forgotten, and it's never brought again. So I encourage you to ask yourselves, what if everyone became an autodidact? But there's one person missing from that list up there. So I dare to ask yourselves, what if you became an autodidact?